Hey, welcome to this lesson today. Welcome to this training. We're talking about building your dream life, and we're talking about building it from the ground upwards. We're talking about making sure you're putting everything in place in terms of your health, your fitness, and your mindset that's going to build you the foundations or create the foundations to build your dream life on top of it. So that is exactly what today's training, today's lesson, today's podcast, however you're taking this lesson on board, that's exactly what we're talking about. So we're going to transform your life by focusing on those three things. And those three things are amazing in terms of creating change for everything else, whether it's career, relationships, your overall happiness. You know, it's an amazing thing that can work for you just by getting these things right. So first up, we have a few harsh truths initially. So most people chase empty pursuits. Dream car, dream house, you know, we're always looking for these bigger and better things, the latest iPhone, the latest designer gear. This is what people generally look for that short-term satisfaction, for that little endorphin hit of something that just makes you feel good briefly, but isn't going to give you long-term happiness. So this is something we need to wake up to a little bit, because we wake up in houses that we don't need, massive houses. We drive cars that we don't necessarily need a car with an extra friggin', I don't know, cup holder in it or something like that, you know. There's things that we chase like that we don't need. You've got your body as well. So your body, energy and mindset power absolutely everything else. It's super important. And the reason I'm talking about this is because all of this stuff literally changed my life and saved my life from a place where I was pretty depressed, I was pretty low, focusing on my health, my nutrition, changed my mindset, my mentality, my mental health is way better. And that's the guy you see before you today, someone who's pretty content and happy in life, you know? So yes, I've got things I'm chasing in terms of like life goals, business goals, health goals, but I'm in a great place from a physical and a mental standpoint. And that's where I want you guys to get to. If you're not there already, this is something we're going to focus on to help you get there. So your body, your mindset, and your overall kind of energy levels really do fire the furnace for everything else. And when we have these in place, it's going to help your emotional clarity. It's going to give you more clarity with your mindset, with career focus, that kind of thing, with relationship focus. Your performance is going to increase as well when we sort these things out in terms of everyday life, not just with health and fitness. So yeah, it's important that we look at creating these fundamentals to help you flourish. And then we're going to fill your cup. Again, this is something, I have a conversation about this all the time, filling your cup. People do not prioritize their own health and fitness. It is not selfish to look after yourself. Believe it or not, I think people feel if they look after their health and fitness, especially if you've got kids, I think people feel they are being selfish by doing that. If you go to the gym or you try and have a healthy meal when everyone else is eating something else, it's not, you're just prioritizing yourself, because what happens then is that when you are the best version of yourself, you can give the best version of yourself to everybody else. So it's crucial that you fill your own cup as well. So whether that's having a bit of time, just spending time with your girl mates or with your guy mates, or whether that's time on your own, just reading a book or going to a spa or going to the gym and doing some exercise, maybe going for a run. Have a bit of time to yourself, self-prioritize a little bit more, and everyone else around you will benefit as a result. So it's the least selfish thing you can actually do. And the power of physical momentum. So health is the anchor for absolutely everything. Quality sleep, nutrition, and hydration are going to create a foundation for mental clarity and emotional stability, which are two massive things if you're looking for overall good mental health, isn't it? So without these base fundamentals in place, every decision becomes way harder, everything becomes more of a chore, everything becomes more of a drag. Fitness is the fuel as well. Fitness gives you energy. The fitter you are, the more able you are to do things, but also you will have more energy. You'll have boundless energy. People comment all the time on me, and I'm like the Energizer Bunny going around the place. I've just got a lot of energy because I'm pretty fit, pretty healthy, eat good food, drink enough water, prioritize sleep, you know, and it's just the fuel to your fire. It's the fuel to building your dream life is your health and fitness levels. So just 20 to 30 minutes of daily movement. It doesn't have to be a workout, some form of daily movement. It could be yoga, Pilates, walking, running, swimming, hit workouts, gym workouts, whatever. It's going to really help teach you to build resilience. So it's going to build that resilience muscle. You can embrace discomfort, and the discipline is going to transfer into all areas of life, not just with health and fitness. So it's super important we focus on building resilience muscle to help you in other areas of life, so you can prove to yourself you don't quit when things get tough, which is a massively important trait to have as a human being. But also you're going to release your endorphins by being more active, getting workouts done. You will feel better as a result. I'm sure after a workout, You have felt the benefits of it. Initially, you're like, wow, I feel amazing. That's endorphins. We need to remember that. Next time you can't be bothered to do one, think about how you felt after, and that's the reward. And then when we get into a bit of consistency with that, you'll always remember that reward, and it will just become second nature. And then momentum is going to multiply. So each healthy choice you make is going to make the next one easier. That's a good way to think about it. So a morning workout leads to better food choices, 100%. If you're getting your workouts done in the morning, it definitely leads to better food choices throughout the course of the day, which helps give you more energy. You'll have better focus at work or with relationships or with family. Deeper connections start to form with other people. And every time you make these decisions daily, the daily interest compounds over time. So it's just going to get easier and easier and easier, and you're going to build your energy levels, your fitness levels, your focus levels, all this kind of stuff just compounds. The benefits of improving your health, fitness, and better nutrition are absolutely insane. Rewiring your mindset. So we're looking at mindset. We need to rewire your mindset a little bit. So we're going to install a new operating system. Now, I know you're not a MacBook, you're not a computer, you're not an iPhone, but we're going to replace negative self-talk with daily affirmations focused on growth and capability. So instead of talking to yourself negatively, we're going to talk to ourselves in a more positive light. So you're going to start each morning with, I'm becoming stronger each and every single day, instead of, I'm tired, this is too hard, I'm never going to change. You know, we're going to change and reframe how you speak to yourself. Something I've used many a time over the years, teaching and helping clients, is that I've said, right, talk to yourself like you talk to a friend. Give yourself the advice you would give to a friend, because we always give great advice to friends, but we never give great advice to ourselves, or don't talk to ourselves very nicely. So think of it that way. I'm becoming stronger every day is going to replace, I'm never going to change. Delete limiting scripts. So when you catch yourself saying things like, I don't have time to exercise, I don't have time to cook a healthy meal, you need to reframe this, and we need to think of it in a more positive light. So it could be something like, I'm choosing to prioritize my health with just 10 minutes of movement today. Something along those lines. I'm choosing to prioritize my health by spending 15 minutes focusing on cooking a really nice healthy meal. You know, little things like this. Community is something we're looking at as well. So find 3 to 5 people who consistently exercise or eat nutritious foods or practice self-positive talk. And if there is nobody, get your friends and start doing it together. Or you can lean on people, community in Zenith Fit, or you can lean on myself as a coach, or even if you're not on Zenith Fit and you're listening to this, you can ask me for help anytime. You know, that's what I'm here for, to help people. But find some people, or spend your time with people, or ask for help from people who consistently exercise, consistently eat good food, practice positive self-talk, and are always kind of working on themselves to improve their current situation. And then practice under pressure. So commit to a morning workout, even when you can't be bothered, when you're tired. Choose water instead of a fizzy drink or a beer sometimes. You know, if you're going out to the pub, have a Diet Coke instead of having a beer or a glass of wine, you know. Sometimes you've got to really, really work hard under pressure to change your life. We can't just cave into the easy option every single time. Could be like taking 3 deep breaths every time you're stressed out, you know. Someone at work stressed you out, your kids have stressed you out, your partner stressed you out. Take 3 deep breaths before you respond to it. So again, just a couple of different ways here to rewire how you think about yourself moving forward to help reframe your life. And we're going to build the base here. So we're going to go health first and foremost, yeah? Start with 150 minutes of weekly exercise. That's 30 minutes a day for 5 days. Okay, something along these lines. 20 to 30 minutes will be grand. It could be any form of exercise. 8 glasses of water daily. I mean, this should be a non-negotiable for a lot of people, or for everybody, because we need water to function as a human being, to be alive. So we need to do that. It could be reducing kind of artificial sweeteners or reducing processed foods a little bit in your diet, just to reduce inflammation and help your energy levels increase a lot more. So little things like this. Health is the foundation first. So we're looking at exercise, nutrition first and foremost, and maybe sleep if you can get some more sleep as well. Then we look at smart eating blueprints to focus on, we can refine the nutrition down and focus on protein, okay? Protein meals first, 5 to 7 portions of vegetables a day, trying to reduce the carbohydrates a little bit, because we generally do eat too many as a society because they're very easy to get hold of and they're very satiating. Little things like this are going to help you feel more energetic long term, fuel your performance, and just feel in tip-top condition. Recovery and sleep, a little bit of a grey area, because some people with young kids aren't going to get a great amount of sleep. However, you can still get good quality sleep. If you haven't got kids, or your kids are growing up and that's not a problem, then it's a case of, yeah, let's really prioritize and knuckle down on your sleep. So 7 to 9 hours is kind of like the magic zone we're looking for. There's no specific number that's going to be the magic number. Everyone's different, but 7 to 9 hours is generally considered good. Tech-free evenings, so don't look at screens late at night, you know. start reading books before bed or listening to podcasts or starting to unwind, relax. Use this time in the evening to relax your mind, relax your body for a new day. Okay, so you can fully start the next day fully recharged, and then track 3 daily non-negotiables. So you could participate in group coaching, you could go onto Zoom calls with coaches, you can just write down what you want to do every single day and practice each one of them. So what's your non-negotiable? It's going to be a walk every day. It's going to be drinking 8 glasses of water every single day. Track them, write them down. You can use different ways. Like I say, you can have a coach, you can join community calls, you can write them down in a diary, in your phone, whatever. And use the progress not perfect method as well. So we want to look at 80%, 20% all the time. You don't have to be perfect. So if you've got 3 non-negotiables on your list, whether that's drinking water, getting your steps in and stretching, for example, if you get 2 out of the 3, it's pretty damn good. Continue with that. The next day, try and do 3. If you get 2 out of 3 again, don't worry, the next day we go again. If you get 1 out of 3 one day, then you think, right, the next day I need to focus on something else and make sure I get 2 at least out of 3, you know? Progress, not perfection. So the fundamental elements, the foundational elements here are going to work together as a system. It's going to create physical momentum. It's going to really help give you energy. It's going to empower you in all walks of life. And this solid foundation base is going to be the most extensive lifestyle upgrade you could ever have. It's going to make you feel incredible, absolutely incredible, by focusing on these things. So your dream life is a formula, and we can reverse engineer this. So I want you to think about your future self a little bit, okay? What does that person do on a daily basis? How do they live their lives? Who do you want to become in 5 years' time? How do you want to look? How do you want to feel? What career do you want to have? How do you want to be in terms of your relationship? All these different things come into this. So I want you to think about that person. What do they do every single day? Do they exercise every day? Do they eat well? Do they drink less alcohol? Do they stretch a little bit? Do they journal? You know, what do they do? And then we can reverse engineer that and bring it back down. So that's the first thing we can kind of do. Identify your future self, and I want you to identify the 3 non-negotiable habits that future self would do. So do they exercise at 6 a.m., eat protein meals first thing in the morning, practice affirmations to themselves? Start implementing these today. The habits that future self does, start doing them today and build up towards it. Choose action over information. So track your 3 daily commitments, schedule your 150 exercise minutes in, prepare tomorrow's meals tonight, you know, just getting these little things prepped and ready to make the next day easier. And start now. Don't start Monday. Don't start January 1st. Don't start on the 1st of next month. Start now. The best time to start is now. Take 1 10-minute action within the next hour, as long as it's not 10 p.m. at night. Now you're doing this. Drink a glass of water, schedule next week's workout, write 3 affirmations, things like this. Talk to yourself more positively. Do something that's going to help benefit you in the future right now. No excuse. So that, guys, is a very brief explanation as to how you can reframe and build your dream life by reverse engineering it, getting the fundamentals in place of your health, fitness, mental well-being, working on those things, and that's going to give you energy. It's going to give you confidence to move forward to become that person that you want to become in whatever walk of life you want to become that person in. So hopefully this has made sense. If you have any questions about this, of which I'm sure there's many, please drop me a message anywhere. You can find me at zenithfit.co.uk, mark@zenithfit.co.uk is an email. You can find me on social media, Zenith Fit. If you got my WhatsApp me. So yeah, have a good one, guys, and I will speak to you all really, really soon.